Hello, my name is Dylan Heyer. This is Business Presentation 1 for MBA 7800. I did my business presentation on Northside Hospital in Atlanta, Georgia, Forsyth, and Cherokee County. Just a little background on Northside Hospital. Northside is one of the most prolific hospitals in North Georgia. It employs over 2,500 physicians and over 14,200 employees. Northside has 3 locations, Atlanta, Cherokee, and Forsyth, with a total of 852 licensed beds. Between all 3 locations, Northside Hospital delivers the most babies in the United States of America. All Northside hospitals are full-service, acute care facilities that offer particular expertise in maternity services, women's health, cancer care, surgery, and radiology. Northside is a not-for-profit hospital. And all of this information can be found on their website. They have all of their sources, all their history information, and a bunch of cool articles listing their accomplishments. Alright, some history on Northside. It was started at the Atlanta location in Sandy Springs, and it opened in 1970. The original facility had 250 beds and has since been expanded to 537 beds. In 1997, Northside Hospital Cherokee in Canton was created through an agreement between R.T. Jones Regional Hospital and Northside Hospital Incorporated. Today, the hospital has 84 beds. In 2011, Northside announced plans to replace the hospital with a new facility near Interstate 575 at the Georgia Highway 20 exit near Canton Marketplace Development. The opening date is expected in 2017. In 2002, Northside Hospital purchased the 41-bed Baptist Medical Center in Cumming and renamed it Northside Hospital Forsyth. Since then, the facility has experienced continuous growth, expanding to 231 beds with 3 new floors underway. What Northside means to me. I chose Northside because my mother works for them, and I thought this would be a great opportunity to learn more about what sets them apart from other hospitals in Georgia. I like Northside Hospital because they are highly regarded throughout the community. Northside has been able to gain such a great reputation for providing exemplary services, obviously, but aside from that, they host and participate in many charity and community service events every year. Northside's influence in the community is so great that they often attract players from the Atlanta Falcons to give back and spend time with cancer patients at their hospitals. Furthermore, I like Northside Hospital because it was ranked in the top 20 best places to work in America and #1 in Georgia by Forbes. Alright, so the origami bot. I selected this article because at the present time, the origami bot is only designed to do a small handful of things. These things, although important, are almost nothing compared to the vast potential that this tiny robot has for the foreseeable future. This article relates to Chapter 10 in the book, which is entitled Information Technology Impact on Healthcare. The end of the chapter focuses on new innovative ways that healthcare technology is evolving. The book gives several examples such as electronic aspirin, needle-free diabetes care, robotic checkups, and sapien heart valve, etc. Here is a quick video on how the origami bot works. Okay, so here it is, right there. Let's see if we can get a better image. Okay, as you can see, there's like a small magnet in the middle of it, and it's surrounded by like dried pig's intestines, the same material used in like sausage casings, and then so pretty much It's a biodegradable. Besides the harmless magnet, it can completely dissolve once the job is done inside of your body. But this is how they get in. They freeze it into like pill form. The patient swallows it. It goes down the esophagus into the stomach where it melts, and then the orgone bot then unravels itself, and then it can be controlled from outside with magnetic fields by a doctor or somebody else. Every year, 3,500 swallowed button batteries are reported in the United States. So this is what it was intentionally designed for, is to go and remove these button batteries that children swallow before they become implanted in the stomach or burn a hole in the esophagus, which is obviously not a very good thing to have for your 2-year-old child. But I mean, instead of having extremely invasive surgery and like on the spot in the ER, doctors can just go in with this and have it done in a few minutes, and it it sticks to the battery because of the magnet, and then takes to the large intestine where it's then got rid of. Just a bit more detailed summary of the article. Researchers at MIT, University of Sheffield, and the Tokyo Institute of Technology have developed what's called an orgone bot. Essentially, the bot is wrapped up in a capsule and swallowed by the patient. It is then able to activate and unwrap itself once exposed to the heat of the human body provides. The orgone bot is controlled by remote control and is able to move by using a series of different vibrations, as well as by propelling itself through the liquids in the stomach. The structural material used for the orgone bot is dried pig intestines, as I mentioned before, or otherwise used for sausage casings. The shrinking layer is made out of a biodegradable shrink wrap called biofilm. The orgone bot's intended use is to save the lives of children who swallow the small button-shaped batteries. Every year, 3,500 of these batteries are swallowed in just the United States alone. Some children are able to get lucky and have the battery pass through their digestive system, while others are not so lucky. If the battery is swallowed and makes prolonged contact with the esophagus or stomach, they cause an electric current that produces hydroxide, which subsequently burns the surrounding tissue. For the esophagus, it literally burns a hole in it if left there for too long. By too long, I mean like 2 hours. And for the stomach, since it is thicker, the battery will embed itself into the stomach. In just 2 hours, the battery has the potential to burn a hole in the child's esophagus. Once the orgone bot is swallowed and unwrapped, it is able to detach the battery from the wall of the stomach and apply the treatment tube and guide the battery to the evacuation part of the stomach. Well, the first potential issue I see with this is also the biggest one, and I see with the orgone bot from the Northside standpoint lies with the cost-benefit analysis of the product. This product can obviously do great things and help children for years to come. However, as I previously stated, there are only about 3,500 cases of reported swallowed button batteries nationwide. Northside would have to compare the cost of the orgone bot to the amount of the cases that they have encountered in recent years in order to determine the value of this new technology. Because Northside is one of the more prominent hospitals in the state of Georgia, I don't see this becoming too big of an issue, even if the price of the orgone bot ends up being more expensive than desired. This is because the only other alternative is on-the-spot, highly invasive emergency room surgery to remove the battery before it burns a hole in the esophagus or severely burns the stomach. Kids everywhere have been accidentally swallowing batteries since they were invented. If one hospital offers the orgone bot treatment and can take care of the swallowed battery in a matter of minutes, while other hospitals only offer a surgical procedure where anesthesia is required and scarring will occur on your child's body, which option would a reasonable parent take? Furthermore, whether the patient has insurance or not, The organ bot treatment is guaranteed to be cheaper. As long as kids keep swallowing batteries and Northside continues to equip itself with the most cost-effective, innovative, and results-oriented treatment methods, then its competitors have to keep pace or risk losing business. No key assumptions in Northside's business model must change to incorporate the organ bot. In fact, introducing such technology reinforces their business model of being an innovative and diversified hospital that is ready and able to treat the unique needs of millions of individuals annually. Second potential issue that I see with this. Okay, I see the organ bot possibly having issues during the clinical trial phase. Many hospitals have an extremely innovative business model and are known for early adopting any new drug or procedure that is released before it becomes FDA approved. A problem I could see arising is Northside being held liable for any potential injuries suffered if they do decide and early adopt the organ bot. Granted, Northside would take all the necessary precautions and due diligence to protect themselves, such as making the patient sign a waiver form before the Okay, so, however, waiver forms are not always foolproof, and Northside can still be held liable for potential injuries incurred on the patient if the procedure goes wrong. However, everything I've read about the organ bot leads me to believe that this is very safe, so I do not think this is very likely to happen. Everything from the job it performs to what it's made out of suggests that the possibility of something going wrong that results in an injury to the patient is minimal. As far as impacting future business decisions, I do not see this impacting it much at all unless something were to go terribly wrong during clinical trials. The way I see is that every drug or procedure which is not FDA approved carries an obvious risk to it. Some more than others, but I see clinical trials for the organ bot as more of a formality compared to something like an experimental cure for cancer. In fact, I predict there to be more early adopters for a procedure like this due to the minimal risk that it carries. As I previously stated, Northside's competitors will be forced to early adopt if Northside's decides to start clinical trials for the organ bot or risk losing more patients. Prepared some interview questions in case I were to be interviewing for a job for Northside Hospital, and here they are. I understand Northside Hospital plans to expand to even more locations in years to come. In order to fill those future management level positions, does Northside usually like to promote from within or bring in outside help? Obviously something I would like to know, because if I work for somebody, I'd like to know that there's upward mobility. Wouldn't just want to be stuck in the same place for my entire life in a dead end. Question 2. The era of the baby boomers is coming to an end. At the end of this era, the healthcare field will be forced to make cutbacks, and many people will lose their jobs. How has Northside Hospital been preparing for this inevitability, and what is their plan to minimize the amount of employees that will be affected by this turn of events? This affects everyone. Just a standard question because we know it's coming, so it'd be great if I could get that one answered. Question 3. If sued for a clinical trials mishap, what pools of capital does the hospital pull from to cover the litigation expenses as well as hardship paid to the patient? I'm currently a student pursuing my master's degree in accountancy, so this is something that I would probably be directly involved in. and something that I would need to know in order to do my job properly should something like this arise. Question 4. Northside Hospital has been awarded a grant the past few years from It's the Journey, which provides funding for mammograms and biopsies every year to women who cannot afford them. If for whatever reason Northside stopped receiving this grant, would you continue to provide this service? If so, where would you take the money from to cover these costs? Again, I've had family that have lost to cancer, and this also ties in with my potential job duties. If we stopped receiving the grant, would Northside continue to provide care for these people? And if so, yeah, like I mean, of course I need to know where we're going to take the money from in order to budget correctly. Question 5. This is the second year in a row that the Atlanta Falcons have presented Northside Hospital with a substantial donation to their Cancer Institute Fund. In what ways has Northside Hospital been able to expand the programs and services it provides to help cancer patients beat their diagnosis? This is if I were to donate money to Northside Hospital, I just want to know where the money's going, what it's being done, and like what it's being used for to help fight the cause that it was given for. That's the end of my presentation. Thank you so much for listening.